to I believe we're in week 6 of the Esports Collegiate Conference Overwatch 2 season. Today we have NIU Esports taking on Akron. So welcome everybody. My name is Alex, otherwise known as Frosty. Here with our
I'm Nick.
lovely
What's up?
lovely with our co-commentator Nick. And you know, today should be an interesting match. You know, NIU had their toughest opponent, no doubt, last week when it came to Ball State. Looking to get a bit of a rebound here. NIU sitting at 3-2.
I see what you did there. You said ball and rebound. Oh, okay.
So hopefully that's not the hypest we get during this broadcast. But what I'm incredibly excited to see NIU go up against this Akron team. A bit of a different roster from Akron this year as we've seen before. So I'm interested to see how NIU stacks up against them. You know, Northern Illinois with a very different roster from last year as well. Three new players hitting the starting roster. But another thing that I'm really excited for is something that we have actually coming up right here. Antarctic Peninsula, the brand new Overwatch map, actually going to be our starting map this week. So I'm incredibly excited to see how things go.
I'm excited to see the penguins or the fishing hole.
Yeah, let's see what kind of. Okay, let's look at the spawns here.
Yeah, I mean this is the first.
This is the map you can actually fish on.
You know me. If there's one thing I like in this world, it's fishing.
So see the teams are
up.
There's the fishing hole. And you have to imagine there's going to be some excellent focus fire on this.
I'm expecting to see a bastion for this fishing hole.
Bastion, yeah. Don't be surprised don't be alarmed if you see a bastion.
Yeah. You wait. There's Togotoro trying to freeze the fishing hole over. This is the first time we've seen this map since
Ever.
Yeah, since the dawn of time.
All that fishing, all those dead fish popping up in spawn, you know that place has got to smell a little
No way.
only the finest production quality.
I didn't even notice that.
In NIU Esports.
That's awesome.
So as we
Racer's out
towards the points, NIU going on the brawl comp. So something that we've seen many times from other iterations of NIU Esports, even from this year's iteration, the May and the Cass, and Akron opting for a Junker Queen comp, so a little bit more of a sustainability. NIU does find the opening pick onto Cassidy. Utility and abilities being traded out from both sides, but it looks like NIU is going to get this initial point captured. Not cleanly, though. The fight is still going on, but Togotoro with the headshot.
It's cold with it.
You have to imagine Akron going to regroup, get 5, and make another go at it. But actually a swap to the Bastion, and I think it's for non-fishing purposes from Maxer.
Well, they got the penguins on their side. You know, 'cause one side's got fishing.
Also asleep with the excellent wall from Togotoro. I think Akron has enough of their team members behind them to be able to save him. But man, what excellent awareness from Togotoro to get that wall up and
big
just
pick.
Enough poke and enough focus fire takes down Tasmino.
That was a massive plays from NIU all around. The wall was nice. The pick on Ryan was nice.
Percentage continues to tick for NIU. Typically, these fights have gone by so fast. You typically see more than just one ultimate ready by the time this fight starts. But NIU will have 3 to work with this fight. The window putting pressure early on going to force Akron to move forward, position themselves a little differently than they may have hoped. Nice shatter from Racer. NIU able to find 2 picks off of it. And that Cassidy from Akron.
That Ryan is one.
Jet and Tosmino both being incredibly low. And an ultimate coming out from Akron. The immortality field, and they use the natural cover, allows NIU to go about their lives unscathed.
Yeah, that was nice. And you see, Hayes being the taxi. I feel like Lucy would be a good taxi driver, like IRL.
Oh, I think so too. He's already had the experience taxing.
He's friendly.
So 3 ultimates working on. Well, to see, might be a Ryan versus Ryan shield battle with Shatter coming up from Tasmino. Shatter does land 1 onto Flip Flop. Counter pin, leaves both Ryan's defenseless. A high noon from Flawless, able to find the Bastion. And with those 2 picks, Akron's not even going to be able to touch and send this to overtime. NIU with a very strong map 1.1 presence.
I think it was the fishing buff.
I think it was.
You know, it's like before you take like a hard test, you kind of ease your nerves and kind of get into it, walk around a little, get some water and a snack.
You know,
before this battle, they were fishing.
The esports arena is located near a pond. Maybe we take our players out fishing before each match.
You know, our school president, Lisa Freeman, she was actually talking about putting a fishing hole in the middle of the esports arena.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, like we're going to dig one down, fill it up with water,
It'll be ice fishing in the winter.
Isn't that awesome? Tokotoro's excited. He's
can't keep his ice to himself.
It's ice to meet you.
So, you know, with King of the Hill / control maps, there's 3 unique points. This one lends itself to it plays fairly similarly to the other one. If Akron do take this to point 3, we'll see a bit of different play, but pretty much similar things here from NIU, and a lot of damage being rained in from Akron's. NIU gonna have to utilize that natural cover well to take point presence. Wallace looking maybe try and find some kind of opening.
That's a cap.
But it's gonna be a hefty duty on flip-flop to keep those right clicks coming, keep the heels going. Racer playing very aggressive. The immortality at the perfect time. NIU takes this fight.
Clean. Yeah, that Sigma's fighting for his life. I think NIU just kind of stall that respawn.
Yeah, well timed engage, and Tasmino being picked off pretty well after the rest of the team had already fallen. You don't want to. You know, you can take a fight 4v5 to start while you're waiting for someone to respawn, but typically not if that one person respawning is a tank. So Akron just gonna maybe try and get a little poke in, waiting for Tasmino to come back. Percentage still ticking in NIU's favor. You have to wonder if NIU probably only needs to win 1 or 2 more fights.
I mean, they're already halfway there to capping, getting this map.
Maybe early window here, flip-flop, but they're working overtime trying to keep the entire team up. As I said, that poke from Akron has been excellent. Ball is trying to find something with a little bit of an off angle. And the Sigma flux from Tasmino gets countered by the sound barrier. Excellent ultimate.
Do you smell a shatter coming? Watch.
Aggression is coming forward. The shatter might not even be needed.
No, it's coming.
Yeah, it's not here. It's at 25%. But
oh wow!
Excellent Blizzard. Bit of a questionable ult from the Zenyatta there.
And I just cleaning up. I mean, can they touch in the next 13 seconds? I don't think they can. I mean, maybe Max, but or Maxer.
Yeah, there'll be a touch from Akron. But not if that Tracer gets picked off early. The focus fire, the flash bang body shot combo from Flawless.
No, not the hamster.
The ball is going to be able to stall. The question is for how long, and NIU not letting any sort of trickery.
Racer with a well-timed fire strike, taking out the ball.
Excellent work from the Huskies, rebounding this week and taking a map that is entirely new to all the players in the ESC conference. So, good initial showing on Antarctic Peninsula.
The first ever showing of this map, NIU won.
You know, historically speaking, NIU has never lost Antarctic.
We do have a 100% win rate. Isn't that something?
Is NIU getting up to a 1-0 lead?
Wow.
Excellent stuff.
Like to see that.
Heart of Oak commenting, if both my girlfriend and NIU Overwatch team were dying, I could only save one. Catch me at my girl's funeral screaming, "Go Huskies."
Don't you just cast a resurrection?
Yeah, you get a mercy res. If it's Overwatch, if it's early Overwatch 1 mercy, you can res multiple people at a time.
It's widowy Overwatch.
So
that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton to comment on.
Yeah,
it was pretty much almost a perfect game from NIU. You know, Akron, it wasn't quite. I believe there was one map on Control this year where NIU did not get a single death, but it wasn't that flawless, but it was pretty darn close.
Flawless, get it? Like the guy.
Like the Overwatch.
Is that one meme of like
Overwatch
Leonardo
player?
da Vinci? Or no.
Wait, DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the
Like sitting up like, hey.
yeah, DiCaprio, the famous painter.
The famous painter is an NIU fan. He's literally in chat. I literally see Leonardo da Vinci in chat. He said, "Hey, it's me, Leonardo da Vinci. I'm walking here."
So Akron gets their choice from all the control maps, or not control maps, hybrid. So, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Kings Row just because that's just kind of the stock standard decision to go for a lot of teams. We'll have to see. It's actually a lot of good matches, a lot of good ESC action going on around the conference today. I specifically want to highlight two matches that I think are going to be incredibly close and incredibly competitive. So, first, Ohio is taking on Ball State, two incredibly good teams. I believe they might be the last two. Okay, they're not the last two undefeated teams. They're two of the last three undefeated teams. So, someone's got to take a loss today. I honestly couldn't tell you what team that is. We haven't seen Ohio yet. We will be seeing Ohio very soon in our schedule, next week actually. Sorry, I see a map was picked that's not eligibly picked, but
Oh, it's not?
no, that's another control map. But
Oh yeah. You know what? You're right. That's a good point. We just did one.
So one of those teams gonna get their first loss of the year, and then another one that's very interesting is I think you could put all these teams in kind of a similar category of skill level, and that's Western Michigan and Kent State alongside us. I believe we're all fairly equal. I know NIU has done some scrims with both Western Michigan and Kent State, and both have been very competitive. Kent State coming up next Tuesday. That's gonna be an incredibly competitive match. I think that's gonna be another match that you look at and kind of determine the way the season goes, because you look at the schedule. There's going to be games when you look at it. There's going to be games. Okay, we know we're going to win these. There's going to be some games where it says, okay, we know we're probably not going to win these. It's those remaining games in the middle, and there's not a lot of them. It's those remaining games in the middle that kind of dictate how your season goes.
They're really choosing every single map
That's not eligible.
that is not eligible.
So.
I'm just looking what Allegro, Star Valorant player, put in the chat.
What did Allegro put?
He went, Overwatch 2 is bad. Overwatch 2 is bad now that it's free to play. Seriously, and I cut off because I don't know the chat. But hello, I'm a 48-year-old man from Somalia. Sorry for my bad England.
I believe this is definitely a copy pasta of some sort.
No, I think that's real. I think that is actually Allegro.
No, the Allegro comment.
No, I think that is real.
You think?
I think he definitely sat down and typed that himself. And that's why he said streamer. Overwatch is bad right now. Wow, look, Busan, another control map. Clash of Clans is bad right now.
Yeah, our director of esports getting in on the fun with the comments. So I
my boss.
So I know
Quick, be your best behavior.
So actually, while we're waiting for these teams to pick, as we pick another control map,
Antarctic Peninsula yet again.
Let's take a look at some of the upcoming ongoings with NIU esports. But first, take a look at some of our conference standings. So you mentioned Ohio and Ball State going up against each other tonight. One of those teams going to be left as the only undefeated team. So looking at our March calendar, one thing I really want to highlight is Wednesday, March 22nd and Thursday, March 23rd. NIU Esports is doing 2 days of a streamathon. It'll be our third annual streamathon during the Huskies United crowdfunding campaign. So NIU, our player scholarship, or our student scholarship comes from generous donations from friends, family, and strangers. So we'll have more details on that in the coming weeks, but it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of show matches with players. We'll be showing off interviews. players talking about their experiences in college and their experience with NIU esports. And we'll be having some games that the audience can participate in as well. So it's gonna be a very fun time. We'll have more details about a specific schedule pretty shortly.
Awesome.
As I say, look, as you may have known, NIU did start off a little later than everyone else. I know the start time got pushed back by about 30 minutes. So I'm seeing if there's any match updates or if there's any results coming in yet. So it looks like every team is still fairly competitive in their games. So you see we don't have any matches in yet, but looks like Buffalo did get a forfeit win. So Buffalo technically does get a 3-0 win against Northern Kentucky.
I mean, we take those, I guess.
Yeah.
No?
You don't like to see it, and you hope that every team's able to field teams, but sometimes circumstances come up.
Yeah.
I believe Akron's still deciding on what map to go with.
They're really taking their sweet time.
So it looks like we're actually having some technical difficulties. Okay, so to explain the situation, Akron has elected to elected to pick Numbani as the map, which is a control or hybrid map, but doesn't look like the map is appearing in the custom game setting. So Numbani not actually being able to be picked despite
that's unlucky.
Despite being in the map pool and being in the game as well. So our lovely coach, I forgot reaching out to some ESC staff or some EFU staff about that.
Guess we're gonna keep hanging out, having a little podcast.
And I'm in no rush, man.
Yeah, you got your Peeps soda, your
Pepsi,
your Peeps Pepsi, your Peepsy.
Peepsy. Surprisingly good. Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
One of the Akron players saying Numbani is a Mandela effect. It was a map that never existed. We were all just thinking it.
Wake up. Wake up. You wake up. You're in a dream right now. Wake up. Agua said, "Notice me in chat. I'm noticing you. Say hi to my son, Kamara."
We notice you, Agua, with the Fall Guys emotes. we love. I have a bit of Fall Guys bias, but, you know.
When are they gonna add Fall Guys to Overwatch?
When is Esports Collegiate adopting Fall Guys as the 5th varsity title?
Competitive Fall Guys.
I will get a second master's degree so I can coach that team again.
Frame perfect falling. Can't wait to see it.
All right, guys, this is what we call the whirly gig. All right, here are the strats.
We're in the whirly dirly. Well, looks like Sonic is taking the lead.
Followed shortly by Bella Porch.
And a minion.
There is a Bella Porch skin.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's a Bella Porch skin.
Why?
So it looks like...
No, can't go to Busan, even though that's what's selected right now.
Looks like to ease the issue, looks like Akron's just going to be okay with going Paraiso.
I assume it's like a custom lobby, and
yeah,
it's just not like selected. Yeah, presets.
It might not be something that's available in the custom lobbies because it is available in game, but it could be something where the map has not been yet added to custom games.
That's a bummer. I love Numbani. You know, I think it's like
Numbani is one of the most unique maps. I
it's
love
so
to watch it playing. Oof.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I hate attacking.
It's
the initial point. I hate that.
You point A, after point A, everything gets
oh, it's so nice.
Pretty good. But both parties extremely understanding about the situation, the technical difficulties we have going on. So
yeah, it's kind of unlucky, you know.
We'll be getting into it pretty soon. You see, we're also, as a notice for any current students, the arena will be closed starting Saturday, March 11th, and will open back up March 20th because of spring break. So good luck on midterms to all of our students, and hope we have a relaxing and safe. All right, we got to go into it with the best music in the game.
I am tapping my foot like a maniac right now.
I'm snapping.
That is a lie. I am like
still as a rock.
Yeah. Frog's like, yeah.
I believe that's the club that Lucio DJs for.
Yeah, no, this is can't. I wonder what the scallop Lucio.
I wonder how much you can get tickets for on Ticketmaster for a Lucio concert. I wonder how much he charges for that.
They're all sold out.
Those are the ticket. That's the ticket shelf. Because that's how tickets work, right? You put them on a shelf for display, and then people come and pick it up.
Yeah.
So,
I just wonder why Lucio's like club would have this big wall, you know.
All right, so we see we're gonna get mercy pockets from both sides, but the pocket's gonna be a little different. Look to see some. It will be Ash versus Pharah battle here, potentially a Cass versus Pharah battle here with the pocketed pocket for mercy from both sides. So I'm very interested to see. I'm very interested how these two comps work against each other, especially with both teams. With both teams' experience on this map.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right, here we go. I'm ready to see it. I'm liking the diva pick. There's a lot of high
Take a
ground.
look. Let's see how Flawless is doing in this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Flawless usually does pretty well on his signature far. Had to too.
Just a little bit of poke coming out on both sides. Racer trying to catch out Tasmino.
Racer just taking down the fences there.
Poke keeps coming in. So Akron opting to rotate to that high ground. They get high ground control fairly easily. Racer making them work a little bit for it. Flawless going to have to be very careful. Not a ton of room for error when you're in the sky against a double hit scan, especially when you have that mercy damage boost to boot.
I mean, NIU is just poking like it's Facebook right now. I mean, they're just spaced out, playing far back.
Oh, Tasmino.
Oh,
Racer able to find the
huge
pick.
pick.
Tasmino. No help from him, or for him there. Racer does get demagged. So, does open up the window for Akron. Akron to maybe make a fast push here.
Frosty.
I hope that's
Oh, Racer getting out of the skin of his teeth.
Racer almost with Mac back. So Akron opting to play this slow, trying to get some kind of pick to open up. The Valkyrie up, that healing and damage boost the entire team. Might be exactly what they need. Flawless does find the pick on the Maxer. It does get res though. As the fight continues on. Diva Bomb and Nano Boost ready on the side of the Huskies.
Oh, so close to the mid-air rocket shots.
Akron continuing to play this slow, even with the opening pick. You see and Flawless makes him pay. 3K for Flawless.
It's in the name. Like, you can't make it up, you know? Do you think Flawless is like a Pokemon? Like, he says his name, like, Flawless, Flawless.
Only before they ult. Otherwise, it's very normal comps.
This is canon NIU.
Only
Overwatch
one
4.
ultimate needed from NIU to win that fight. I think Akron, if the plays are made a little faster, they are getting the opening picks like that we see. And if they play fast and they play on this aggression, the res is able to get on from Hayes. So NIU back to full strength. Sigma ult coming out. No defensive ult on the side of NIU. It could be huge. High noon for Max.
Oh, shuts him out.
Gets him out of spot. Excellent awareness from Flawless there.
And Racer cleans
Diva
up.
Bomb. Cassidy not having a good time with that Diva Pharah combo.
Yeah, I mean, you think the hit scan is supposed to
Able
counter
find
him,
Flawless,
but
Rez might be able to come up soon. With the exception of a couple long distance heals, that Sigma is all on their own. The longer this fight goes on, and it's going to be another team fight win for NIU. Akron has to get out. So you're going to have a Bob, you're going to have Kitsune Rush, two incredibly good ults. NIU does not have a lot to work with. They did win that last fight, but they did commit a good amount to win it. So ultimate advantage actually going to Akron. If this is, they do make a swap to Winston to try and get a little bit more pressure on that back line, a little more high ground control. I do like this swap from Akron. And if there was going to be a fight for Akron to win, this would be it. The Bob and the Kitsune Rush coming to point. The main tank falls though. Tasmino down. Bob putting some point presence on, but NIU playing around cover to prevent any picks. And it looks like after a couple trades here and there, NIU once again not even allowing Akron to get the overtime clock going.
It's like you're DVL. Let's go at the very end, last moment.
You know, I think that's a callback to what our NIU players are actually saying in comms right now.
I mean, all we know is that Flawless is just saying his name over. Flawless, flawless, flawless.
Just a very interesting fight. Just very, very slow-paced, methodical. I think NIU forcing Akron to play their game. You know, Akron did get opening picks on more than one occasion. It certainly wasn't a mechanical issue with Akron.
What a shot. Look at this.
It's postcard worthy.
That is postcard worthy. Screenshot that and then send it to your significant other.
Wish you were here.
Togotaro sharing some sushi.
Yeah, going on the Hanzo.
I wonder where he keeps that sushi, because it's got to be warm, you know.
Enjoying some DeKalb's finest Fushiyami.
That's canon.
Racer on the hog. I wonder if this is just a pick to maybe get our attention, or the ball pick. I do like the ball here. Gets you a good bit of mobility, especially with the high ground that you expect Akron to be holding on.
Ooh, took it from the Echo.
So another very heavy poke comp. Double hit scan Ramatra with the Zenyatta. The Discord Orb going to be able to put a lot of pressure on that bar or that ball, depending on the target they want to focus here. So the poke will continue. Focus fire excellent on the side of Akron right now. Not enough to find Flawless. The ball is to be able to put that pressure, try and distract that front line away. NIU making space. Actually, Ramatra does fall from the high ground, so NIU looking to capitalize on this space made. And I think you're going to need, if you're NIU, you're going to need to focus those supports down first. That Anna, excellent healing capabilities. Put pressure on her, make her job hard. And you're going to find the picks in the DPS in return. And Racer trying to do just that. Harassing Yana a little bit, but doesn't want to stay in for too long. It is a tricky situation, and that's exactly why the sleep and the anti takes down Racer. But Flawless and Tokotoro, the DPS duo from NIU, you get a couple picks, but the support line for the Huskies fall. NIU,
you got two birds attacking
situation.
Poor guy.
Flawless finds the Anna, gets the barrage, and I think that's going to be it. NIU only needing to get one tick to get this point.
It was super effective.
Amazing turnaround from the Huskies. I thought that was a lost fight as soon as those supports went down from NIU, but if Flawless able to live barely, we'll have to see.
Oh, whoops.
That's this play of the game, I think. Yeah, this is the play that clinched it.
Yeah.
So, finding the Ana, only 8 HP in a dream.
You see that mouse shake.
Involuntary shaking from how hyped that play was. NIU taking a dominating 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, so far we haven't lost a single point. We've held all points. So NIU is really kicking butt and caking names.
Yeah. And Akron is getting good picks. I certainly see where a lot of their ideas for their play style is coming from. NIU just able to play around that and counteract it.
Yeah. I'm really surprised, though. I mean, they had double hit scan. They had a Soldier and Cassidy on Akron, and then NIU had the two flying characters, which usually get countered, but they did phenomenal.
I think NIU doing an excellent job of spreading out. I think a lot of mistakes that some teams make is they go these double flying characters, but they put them so close to each other. I think NIU able to kind of spread out the damage in addition to the ball causing a distraction to that Ana essentially cutting off their only source of heals. You know, Zenyatta is not going to be able to keep anyone up during any sort of meaningful team fight. You know, you don't play Zenyatta for the healing.
Yeah.
And NIU just capitalizing that, playing around the space that Parizo gives incredibly well. As we look ahead to map 3, so a full payload map this time. Looks like Akron is going to opt for Havana Una Na, and we will see. I'm interested to see if any kind of hit scan is being run, or double hit scan, especially a Widowmaker. We might see some good Widowmaker play here, especially with those long sightlines on 1st and 3rd. And it looks like NIU actually going to make a substitution. So Austie 125 coming in, swapping for Tokotoro on that DPS, and PK0 coming in for Flip Flop.
Yeah, it looks like NIU is just kind of using this opportunity to, test out these, substitutions and
get them some playing time. It's one thing to get them time in scrims and get them playing time in scrims. Pressure of a match is on. It is a different environment. It is a different game.
Yeah. I see Lonely Lauren in chat. Hi, Lonely Lauren. It's new chat. I've never met him before. I don't know this person.
Ever? You sure?
I
never knew the Omnics could be so romantic. You see that?
Yeah, that was beautiful. It's there again.
I know it's already too late for Valentine's Day, but
that's true.
Fellas, take notes. Climb a ladder to a balcony.
It's there again. It's the 3rd time. So they really put feathers in their hair, like the hats in the future. This is so not lore accurate. See NIU here, getting ready.
Double sniper comp. Yep.
Yeah, we see that Widow.
So 4 hit scans across the board. No surprise here. I'm interested to see how the Cassidy is going to work with these long sightlines. Is Cassidy able to put out a good amount of damage, but the fall off much greater than you would see from Hanzo or Widow, which actually they do have damage fall off, but not nearly as much.
I'm expecting a big pick here from Flawless. He's gonna flawless. Oh my God!
The headshot.
He's crazy.
He finds the opening pick, and it is a 4-on-5 advantage.
I'm telling you.
I think Akron just trying to get some poke out. Just regroup really quick. Hopefully, if you're an Akron fan, hoping that Widow or Cass finds some kind of opening pick. Even a Zenyatta, a well-timed and well-placed right click, could open things up. But the poke, incredibly strong running. Austin finding a headshot on the Maxer. Let's see. Flawless almost losing that Widow duel, and Jet actually able to take down Flawless. So 1-1 on the Widow battle.
But he's back.
Rez comes up.
Will he get his revenge?
That's gonna be well. And Jet finds them again. Ooh. So Jet putting in some work on the Widowmaker, trying to open things up for Akron. Now you're gonna have to back up just a little bit, play around this corner. That Orisa is so incredibly hard to kill. This is probably the most difficult tank to kill in this game. It's not going to make it any easier when you have a Baptiste firing right clicks into them. So actually able to take down Racer, and the card's going to keep moving for the Zips. And you just have a Dragon to work with. Austin's going to have to be careful. That Orisa, incredibly lethal when they have their cooldowns. Flawless trying to find something to work with. Almost lands a headshot. Dragon forcing the team off cart. Tries to march forward. Orisa, the Sigma shift gives them so much temporary health, but headshots from Pixelstar and Jet onto the DPS duo. Gonna make sure they get this first point. So Akron gonna be able to cap their first point of the match. Good aggression from Akron there. I think wouldn't be surprised to see Racer on a separate tank until after Sigma Flux.
Do you see Flawless on Genji, which makes me very happy.
I'm really liking this Orisa pick from Cosvito. They're doing an excellent job of creating space right now. The walls for Jet coming out. Austie, the headshots. Wins the Hanzo duel. Actually, should have noted Flawless opting away from the sniper. Gonna opt to put more pressure on that backline in the form of Genji. But Jet able to find a body shot with a Discord. Haze able to res it, brings everything back up to speed. Akron doing a bit of a soft decon test, maybe trying to find some picks here. See if he can work an opening in.
It seems NIU right now just kind of hanging
NIU
back.
on the
Taking
verge
high
of ending their small, albeit existing, loss streak. Back-to-back losses. Hoping that ends here and they move to a 4-2 record. No javelin from the Orisa could allow Racer to really, but the Immortality and the Zenyatta Transcendence comes out from Akron to counteract it. Only needed one, so NIU able to capitalize on the lack of defensive abilities from Akron. But Austin and Flawless both falling. DPS duo. NIU is going to do a bit of a soft decontest. Maybe trying to find some kind of pick, some kind of opening to work with, especially no Mercy Res, but Max are able to find Hayes. And a Kitsune Rush being committed from PK0 in the middle of cart. Flawless maybe trying to get something out of nothing with it.
Yeah, Aussie's getting pushed back. He slides out. That was smooth.
So Akron able to continue and get the second point.
I mean, NIU, I think that.
Flawless a headshot to open up. Dragons try and force him off cart. Unless NIU can get a touch here. Orisa using that body block. 0.9 meters to go. The Zenyatta incredibly vulnerable. The Hanzo is left to their lowest health. Flawless able to finish them off. And it's just the Orisa standing.
Oh, but Racer.
Barely. NIU gets a stop. A much needed stop. So we have 2 minutes. 2-minute defense left to go.
I mean, NIU really putting their foot down and just kind of stopping them right before that checkpoint.
You shall not pass. NIU
That is
incredibly stressful, but incredibly stressful recontest.
Yeah.
Poke battle, Racer opting to hold close. Maybe try to bait out some kind of immortality field so they can really Sigma Flux. Result doesn't find anyone, almost gets Austin down, but could be able to get healed up. Hayes gets taken down from the headshot from Max or Austin with 2 picks of their own. This fight in favor of the Huskies. Jet on the Widowmaker, still staying around a little bit. Finally does fall. And that is another clean break in the fighting in this match.
Got quite a bit of breaks.
So Racer with the Sigma Flux, you're going to have to hope you can maybe bait out that Transcendence, because otherwise you're not going to be able to find anything with it. The sights from Flawless allows potentially some headshot potential with Austin and Flawless here. Even a well-placed right-click from Hayes. PK0 pretty lethal on that Kiriko as well. And actually, the Discord Nemesis mode, not enough to keep up Tasmino, so the tank already falls for Akron. Hayes picking off Jet with a headshot. And it's just headshots for days from the Huskies. They push Akron back. A touch may not even be possible. Gonna have to go stall characters. Tasmino on the Winston, maybe try to put some more pressure on Hayes, but 3 ultimates, soon to be 4 for NIU. The Dragons doesn't find anyone. Akron will be able to get a touch in, but I have to imagine the ultimate's going to be coming out very soon from NIU.
Ooh,
Big no. Little late, not able to keep up Tasmino. Immortality and Transcendence is down. NIU engaging with their own Transcendence and Kitsune Rush, making them invincible. Double shooting speed as well, and there's no surprise with that ultimate combo that NIU is going to stop the attack right here. So Akron getting it, but almost 2/3 of the way. So NIU just has to cap that second point, and they get the 3-0 victory.
yeah. I mean, NIU's really smooth right now. Even with the 2 substitutions, we got Austin here, we got PK0 in here. They're both doing really well.
Yeah, things looking a little shaky on that first point defense, but NIU really held down and use that high ground to their advantage, that second point, and just early aggression, just well placed. I want to say well placed headshots. That's it.
Yeah, I wish that was me.
Taler?
No, Sebastian. That's a good one. Another classic NIU knee slapper.
Yeah, so chat. And China House X Arena vending machine win. Can you imagine having a
sushi
vending
dispensing
machine
vending.
China House delivered fresh daily.
That'd be awesome. See, he's jumping for joy.
At the
You
idea
know
of it.
the yippee, yippee.
Internally, that's how NIU is feeling after that.
Why does Zenyatta
that
look
hold.
like that? It's like a frog. His knees are bent like a frog too.
When we have a frog character in the game, essentially with Lucio.
I don't see him.
2, 1.
So
Attackers
you're
incoming.
going for that.
I heard a
I heard-
victory cheer
I heard
outside.
victory cheer. NIU's spirits are high. It's that double sniper comp, hoping to find some kind of opening pick here to work with. Jet
Flawless,
shown to be
threading the
very
needle.
good
Look at
on
this
that
angle.
Widowmaker. The very tight angles here, and that's high-level Widow battles work exactly like that. Sometimes all you need is a few pixels, and you can make it work.
Oh my gosh.
Almost
Oh!
long range Widow 76 machine gun, and with the Discord onto Tasmino, it's gonna take a lot to keep them up. They're not able to. It's a 3-on-5. Pixels are able to find Racer though, so neither team looking with the tank right now. So expect something incredibly scrappy. Are continuing to push for NIU.
I think Austy's gonna go in on this.
Austin,
Austin have the case.
Eyes with that Widow headshot, almost.
There he goes.
Uh,
Go three, go three.
Third time's a charm.
Go four.
Jet able to find the pick on the PK0. Flawless holding an angle, only focusing on that Widowmaker. Discord on Tasmino does not matter when you're in that 4-5 form though. Ultimate's getting very close. Multiple members of Akron being left with such low HP. Pixelstar is able to clean up picks very well on that Zenyatta. Racer winning the tank duel though, but as Jet finds Hayes with another headshot.
And he definitely slowed down a lot.
Going back to another team fight.
We do see a couple ults from both teams. You know, are pretty much ready to just dump ults. And I'm feeling.
Yeah, Racer,
I think we're gonna just see like a light show of just ults.
Racer has to expect that Transcendence is ready from Pixelstar, especially with the headshots and the damage that Pixelstar has been doing. Oh, Aussie, the shot on the Jet. Transcendence is going to have to go, which means a free flux for Sigma, but honestly, it's a 5-on-3. You might not need it if you're Racer. I think a very wise decision holding ultimate. And NIU gets the cart without using any ultimates. They're going to have 5 coming up, so it's going to be important to not use all of them at once. They're going to have to communicate which ones you're going to want to use this fight.
Yeah, all they got to do is push 90 meters.
You have to make sure. Now you don't have to worry about the Transcendence if you're Racer with the Flux. You're going to have to worry about that Immortality Field. Flawless finds both Jet and the BAP.
It's in the name. I can only say it so much. Inversight is going down. No more wall hacks. Check the PCs.
Not normally. This is not normally.
I mean, he's definitely not turning off the toggle.
The wall's coming out from Jet, and that allows them to find the pick onto Flawless. Akron playing on this aggression. Pushing forward very well, and NIU is just going to call it off before any more picks happen. So still 4 ultimates from NIU. They want to take this point. You know, Havana second's not the most difficult point to take in the game, but also certainly not one of the easier ones either. So NIU going to have to expect some early ultimate usage from them. Potentially a Sigma Flux. You're going to have to get that Immortality Field down. Dragon could also be very good at splitting off the high ground. We'll have to see what's used early, but maybe nothing will be used. PK0 finds Tasmino. That Jet left 1 on Widowmaker.
Attack Haze.
And in the blink of an eye, 4 picks from NIU. And the car continues to move. Akron certainly going to be able to take another team fight in, and with that high noon, the Orisa ult, the BAP ult, NIU's going to have to work for it.
A threat emerges.
Things looking pretty good if you're a Huskies fan right now.
See, Racer, this is.
Oh yeah, holding a very close angle. Hayes with another headshot. They've been excellent on the Zenyatta lately. And another pick from Hayes. Incredible stuff.
Hayes is just raining on the damage. This
The picks are
doorway.
coming in. Akron not even able to get a good, clean team fight in. And NIU gonna march this card in. Jet gonna be able to touch the Orisa ult. I may have spoke too soon. Orisa ult lethal finds the DPS duo, and Akron actually gonna be able to turn this one around. PK0 finds a headshot on the Jet. He almost falls. High Noon is incredibly close. 2-on-2. The respawn advantage from Akron. I expect the Zips to be able to take this fight back, and you see Racer finds the pick on a Pixel Star, forces some more ultimates out.
Oh my gosh.
And are able to just walk past the window. And Racer lifts him up. Is that enough to get the card? And it is!
They kept the dream alive.
I think I probably called in commentary that a team was going to win the fight at least 3 different times. And I was wrong every single time. Wow.
That was awesome.
Incredible. One, I thought NIU had in the bag. They had the picks. But Akron with an incredible recontest, but with PK0 PK0 and Razor staying alive for so long, even with ultimates being thrown right in their face, they does not matter.
PK0 was just dodging bullets left and right as he just healed up.
So, I mean, incredible stuff. And I give a shout out to both supports that last game. PK0 and Hayes, they were popping up in the kill feed an incredible amount. You know, I know Hayes, you know, Zenyatta's not the character they've been playing the longest, but they've shown themselves to be incredibly well performing on that character, especially on Havana. So incredibly impressive stuff from NIU. Akron putting up an incredibly good fight on that last map, but you know, not enough for the Huskies. So excellent work from NIU, and they end their loss streak and move to a 4-2 record.
Nice. We like to see that. We like to stay positive, you know, with a positive record.
So we look ahead to next week. We actually have matches on back-to-back days next week. So on Tuesday, be sure to watch our Huskies try and prove to 5-2 against Kent State. Like I said, I think that's going to be a very pivotal game in the season. Going to be very important. We're going to need all of your support in chat. And then the day afterwards, Ohio University awaits. So we continue the Ohio Gauntlet. So starting off 1-0, hopefully by the end of the week we make that 3-0.
There's a creature standing in the doorway. Oh, it's Austin. Or I'll hand off the headphone.
All right,
This is your part.
Okay. Austin, congratulations on the win. And I just say, first of all, congratulations on your incredible performance on that map. You've certainly the improvement that you've had on Hanzo has certainly came in full showing tonight. So congratulations. So, where was it a decision of being substituted based on the map, or was it something that you think the coach had planned going into it, regardless of the map pick?
Yeah, I think it was definitely something, a little bit of both. We've been starting to run some longer range comps on that map, and since I'm pretty comfortable on Hanzo, we thought it'd be a good pick to have me on Hanzo and Flawless on Widow. But it definitely was something just going in, we thought we'd make some switches and just try to bring something fresh.
Oh, well, and another thing about that Havana map that I might note is, especially in that last fight especially, but throughout the entire map, you guys just committing ultimates, and there was many times, as you'll be able to watch back on this VOD, but there's many times where I called the fight over. I'm like, all right, Akron's taking this, and then somehow you guys just stay alive, you guys get picks and just keep opening up. Could you explain to me, like, kind of what was the mindset, or what were the comms like in terms of deciding whether or not you should disengage from a fight versus when you should commit even more when you think you have something that's turnable?
Yeah, definitely. So it kind of all hinged on whether or not Racer was alive on tank. We kind of tried to position around him, and if he was usually in a very good position to open up some picks, and we could find our way around the outside, find one, maybe two, and it all hinged on the Widow pick. Sometimes Widow came in clutch and hit those lucky headshots, and we say, all right, we're going back in. We found our two, and now we're even, and we want to turn the tides. Maybe we had an ult coming up, and we just want to take it right back to him.
Yeah, that Widow duel was incredibly intensive, and I like to know, was there any I hope there's some recognition from Hayes on that Zenyatta play, finding those headshots and finding those picks, seemingly from situations that might be very tough to get picks from. So
Mhm.
and they did an excellent job as well. And
Yes.
both you and PK0 subbing in, stepping up, and kind of continuing the trend of just continuing the trend of throughout the match of dominance for lack of a better term. But excellent work today. Congratulations. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers at home?
Nothing too much. Just thanks for supporting us, and we hope you enjoy the show. We're going to come back, keep up the good work, and we're just going to keep going strong.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Austin.
Thank you.
And that will conclude our broadcast. Thank you all for watching. And actually, I mentioned our Overwatch streams next week, but our next time you will see NIU Esports Live is actually this Saturday as our League of Legends team takes on Eastern Michigan. So hope to see you there at 2 p.m. It should be an exciting one.
W.
So, thank you all for your time. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.